going to be starting on this left foot. Step number 3, we thumb press the feet on foot points. There's going to be 11 foot points that we will be paying attention to. We can see them in our book. Page number 61. There are 9. They begin under the small toe, 1 in the ball of the foot, 2 in the midline, 3 near the heel, 4 in the middle, 5, 6, 7, 8 at the midline, 9. And then we work our way back. And then on the top of the feet, above the knuckles, by the big toe and the first toe and the pinky toe and the last toe, there are soft spots that we just simply thumb circle away from each other. You can check that on your own feet, taking your time. Becoming your own client is wonderful as well. I spent a lot of time with this on myself to gather insights as in connectivity, gaining more awareness of what it might be like when I feel those tensions in my client and they talk about them. So coming to do these foot points, we're going to want to scoot away from the midline and more directly in line with the client's natural splay of the leg range of motion. It's usually less than 45 degrees, but just a natural first place. So whether or not I find a place to put that their leg on mine, I'm sitting back far enough that their foot isn't in my lap, right in the middle of my, maybe near my pelvis or on my belly. My back straight, my arms close to my sides, my thumbs together. I use my torso and core in a rocking motion to deliver those presses. That's 2 on that point number 1. Through each point. So I'm rocking 2 times per point, forward and back, or in almost like a tornado, little circles to help me just rhythmically rock in and out, which comes to be our, calling to our pace and tempo of Thai massage, the rhythm. It's more like a continuous movement rocking, almost like a dance, they say. Could be like Tai Chi for the practitioner, and an assisted yoga practice, meditative yoga practice for the client. So through the course of that speaking, I have then backed my way out, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm at 1 again. On the top of the feet here, I'm going to spread my legs, because I came to sit on my hips, and putting the foot down on the ground there, between my legs, I can circle the tops of the feet, 10 and 11. So this is a little foot series that we'll do on one side, and then we'll go to the other side. Same thing with everything else. We're going to go one side to the other side. So if things aren't comfortable for you, you just do the best that you can, making it happen. If you have to sit cross-legged, your clients will become comfortable as you will with your flow. Just be gentle, slow, take your time. Thumb pressing the bottoms of the feet on the energy lines. You'll come to see on the next page, 62, step number 4, that basically our energy lines run in straight paths from the heel out through the toes, and from the, there's a fossa in front of the foot. It's kind of like a gushing well point. From that soft place in front of the ankle, they run straight out over the toes. Very easy visuals. So whether or not, depending on size differential, weight of that leg, you may need to keep the foot on the leg and continue with gentle rocking. Now, we can do 1 and 5, 2 and 4, and the center line, so that we can be bilateral and it feels connected. You can rock into it and connect through the body a little bit more deeply. Or I've seen it that people take the foot up here and do them, or depending on how much time you really have, you can do those lines individually. So that was the bottom. The top goes down between the legs again. That way the shoulders aren't up in the ears while you're working. And I'm thumb circling through and over 2 at a time, 1 and 5, 2 and 4, and then I'm going to go over that center line. But what I'm also doing is being more gentle on the top of the foot and trying to get in between those bones. So I go off the bone and kind of into the sides to make it feel good. Number 5, we're going to pull each toe, and they say to crack the knuckles, which we don't do. It's just an energetic pull, and sometimes if you allow your fingers to come right off the toes, it makes a little bit of a noise. But we are simply massaging the toes, top and bottom, the sides, above and below the knuckles, maybe little circles, and then a little tug. So making our way from the little toe all the way to the big toe, doing that massage on the top and bottom with the circles and the little tug. I'm going to get through all of them there, so I'm at the big toe. I like a little extra tug on that toe. So within the book, stretching the foot and an ankle rotation come next in step 6 and 7, and then we're to repeat this on the other foot. Sometimes directly going for a foot pull can seem kind of intense, so there are going to be natural places through the course of Thai massage where things become intuitive. Like I'm going to rotate this ankle to see what kind of flexibility the client has, if there's any separation in the ankle joint. Either way, for the foot pull, the stretching of the foot, we want to keep the ankle safer and more secure by holding on to that ankle bone, that malleolus, rather than just grabbing the foot, because that will really give it a pull. And some people have weak ankles and it'll pop. Hurts some people, doesn't hurt others, so you just kind of have to see. But to be more aware of it, if you hold the ankle bone and pull the leg, you get more stretch out of the body. When you take your other hand, so left hand to left leg, right hand around the top there, and I'm holding the interior arch of her foot, and with a nice leaning back of myself, I simply lean back on her malleolus and then give a gentle rotation of the foot to the outside. It gives the leg a stretch and a rotation, not only in the foot, but all the way up into the hip. So switching hands, right hand under to the ankle, cross the top of the foot, I'm going to start moving towards the midline because I'm going to be headed off to the other side if I looked ahead in my routine or remembered what was coming. So I'm starting to move, but so I can also line her leg up better for an internal rotation. If the leg's too far out to the side, they don't feel it as much. But if we bring it more in line with the hip like they're walking, we can get a better feeling and stretch coming right out of the hip, the lower back, and down the leg.